Hello, we're group number 17 for the dice game, and the game we chose was Liar's Dice, which is an inspiration from Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm gonna go ahead and run the code. So the game is, whenever you go ahead and start the game, you get the rules.
I understand.
And with the rules, it pops up
Your
a
bet includes all the dice, not
window
just your own.
which tells you how to play the game pretty much. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and start the game off. You see the animations and the rolling. And so the premise of this game is basically to guess the face and the quantity of each dice.
I
on the
challenge Davy
field.
Jones.
So we have this, and
The
then
stakes.
this is
My
for
soul.
playing on a
An
single
eternity
computer.
of servitude.
And when player one wants to make a bid, they'll do something like this. And then player
The
two
stakes.
will make another bid,
My soul.
which will be something like
eternity of
three.
servitude.
And then we'll go ahead and call the bluff,
Master
and that's to,
Feel free to go ashore.
and that's just to see if the bluff works or not. Now let's go into the code, and we're gonna have, this is our properties in this page, and the startup function, the rules button. Basically, the rules button just pops up a window when you go ahead and press it. We have the start game button that basically just makes everything, just resets everything. And I'll leave that to my partner. And we have player two button that basically just, sets the player two dice and whatnot. And in here we have the display button, which just shows what die is die. We decided to use an array to record the die that are rolled using the randi function in the properties, and we access it in our display, which just is a bunch of conditionals, and in our whenever we use any of the face or quantity button pushes.
I mostly worked on the bluff button, which I will find in the code. Yeah, right here. So the bluff, if there's no value, then it returns an error code. Must wait for the first bit. And then it returns a text pop-up if the call succeeds, and if the call fails. Go ahead and test that right now. Start game.
I challenge Davy Jones.
Player one. Display. Player two
The
display.
stakes. My soul.
Alright, so
Eternity of servitude.
let's bid phase 3, and let's say there's 6 of them, which there aren't. And then player
I
1
challenge Davy Jones.
will call bluff.
Welcome to the
Call
crew
succeeds
line.
because the bid was a lie, so that shows that works. And then I also worked on the ThinkSpeak, and I don't think I have time to show that.
So I mostly worked on the graphical user interface and the animations, and also the little sound bites that are littered throughout the app. So that essentially begins with right up here. We've got code for the rules button, positioning it, coloring it, and detailing the rules. And then a little audio clip. And then just more audio clips throughout the code. And I guess the main challenge with the user interface was if you run the code and hit start game, we have this little dice roll animation, which is just an image that's displaying a GIF, and then these cover images, which are inspired by the movie, where the dice are covered with cups so that your opponent can't see your dice, because the premise of the game is to guess a number of a certain face that are present between your and your opponent's hands. So yeah, we've got
I challenge Davy Jones.
little sound bites, and the covers animate on and off when you hit display and hide. The majority of the code used for the dice roll animation is in these initial few functions, where we're in the startup function. We've got we're kind of just initializing those cover images, and then making all of the dice images and cover images invisible. And then down here we are making all of the dice visible, setting all of those dice images to that rolling die GIF. And then we've got the cover images covering up the dice, and that syncs up with the dice roll audio clip that was taken from the movie. And then for the audio clips, I've just used the sound variables, defining them with the audio read function, and then using that sound function to play the clip.